Yeah, so I woke up this morning to some domestic, good old-fashioned domestic violence. The fucking Jelly Roll and Lauren Hill, I call him. He looks like Jelly Roll. He's a dude with like tattoos on his face. I think he's literally sleeping in a tent behind one of the trailers back at my place. She lives across the street in the efficiencies, I guess the word is. So, you know, it's dark when I get out there at 5:30 in the morning. I got out there and I just heard, you know, and I'm like turning to get on the main road, you know, on the sidewalk with my dog, and I can see this big dude and this little girl, and he's turning around, what the fuck, and I was like, oh fuck, and my dog instantly goes from being a little fucking Disney puppy to he turns and looks at me and turns around, his tail goes up, and he starts getting in a defensive posture where he, like, I swear to God, he wants me to let him go. And I'm like, we're not doing that, buddy. But as they're walking towards, I'm going, damn, I'm gonna have to fucking call the fucking police on these clowns. So she's antagonizing him, okay? Putting her phone in his face with the light on, filming him and blah, blah, blah. And he fucking slaps the phone out of her hand, which, you know, Conor McGregor got arrested for. You know what I mean? It's a felony to, I think you got to take their phone, though, and, like, destroy it. But whatever, it's still a misdemeanor battery, fucking knocking somebody's phone out of their hand, you know, depending on how it looks, you know. But she kept fucking, you know, riling him up, and he's a big dude, man. He took her and he fucking threw her onto the grass, like, you know, and I was like, all right, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you can't be, you're fucking 300, dude's 300 pounds, and she's probably about 127, 130 pounds. I said, yeah, you can't fucking physically. The phone thing, I got, you know, I could see, I'm not condoning it. You know, he didn't fucking Dana White slap her or whatever, but, yeah. That shit was, come on, dude, you gonna put your signal on? I don't know what you're doing. You're driving like a fucking pansy. So I called the police while I'm on the phone. I'm like, damn, where are all the police? They're usually, you know, like sitting up at the gas station. They keep their lights on here in Hillsborough County so you can see them. Most of them do. They're supposed to, I guess. But just when I'm getting hanging up, the first one arrives. And the second one is coming up behind them. And whatever, then I see a third one. And then they let him, they didn't arrest him or arrest her from what I see, and let him go. And then he started walking back to where I live, and I got my headphones on, and I'm like, fuck, now I gotta say something to him. And he's like, oh, he's all nice and talking to the dog, and he's like, you okay, man? And I go, yeah, I'm good. I go, I don't know, you know, like what the fuck you're doing this morning with her, but, you know, it's a good way to get arrested. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, whatever. And I just left it at that. But I was like, you know, whether she's a dork or whatever, you know, and, you know, she'll go right back to him anyways. I mean, but that's besides the point, you know. I mean, I can't judge intent or judge the wherewithal of somebody's, you know, emotional or spiritual condition. And my job is, as a human, just to fucking report what I see and it's not my job to go, well, I don't know if they were gonna, like Nicole Brown Simpson, nobody wanted to get involved or call the police and all of that shit, you know what I mean? Because no one wants to fucking be the bad guy. Well, guess what? You know, somebody has to step up and say, hey, this is bullshit, this don't look good, and you know, listen, my ex called the police on me so many times for fucking bullshit that never happened. I don't even like to call the police, you know what I mean? Because I know the dude's gonna get arrested. But when he pushed her and he pushed her hard enough at his, you know, his weight and mass to fucking hurt her. I'm like, yo, you know, the phone thing I got, you know, like, we'll let that penalty, I won't throw a penalty flag on that, but you can't physically, like a fucking linebacker, at any weight, at anything, push a fucking girl like that. So I'm just out here fighting crime, guys. You know what I mean? One criminal locked up at a time.